Ladies and gentlemen, football fans around the world, and especially you, Cowboys Nation, buckle up, because we have breaking, franchise-altering news coming in hot out of Dallas, and I can't even believe I'm saying this, but it's 100% real. Ja'Quan McMillian is officially a Dallas Cowboy. That's right, the undrafted underdog turned elite cornerback who made waves with the Denver Broncos has just been traded to the Cowboys in a deal that might go down as one of the boldest defensive moves of the offseason. It's not often you see a trade that immediately shakes up an entire team's identity, but that's exactly what this does. We're talking about a 24-year-old defensive back who made a name for himself last season with his tenacious play, remarkable awareness, and game-changing ability. He isn't just a plug-and-play corner. No, Ja'Quan brings a spark, an edge, a hunger that fits perfectly with the Cowboys' new direction. After a 7-10 season that left fans frustrated and analysts scratching their heads, this trade signals that Dallas isn't here to play it safe anymore. They're taking risks, making statements, and showing they are all in on transforming the team into a legitimate contender again and fast. Just imagine this, it's week 1 of the 2025 season, the lights are blaring, the crowd is roaring inside at NT Stadium, and out trots Ja'Quan McMillian in that iconic navy blue and silver, locking down the opposition's slot receiver and creating absolute havoc in the secondary. Cowboys fans, you've been asking for action, for front office urgency, and for real moves that reflect the ambition to win now, and this is it. This is the front office finally saying, we're not going to settle for being mediocre. This is them addressing a glaring weakness in the secondary after a season that saw too many missed assignments, too many chump plays allowed, and simply not enough game-changing defensive moments. McMillian brings versatility. He's not just a cornerback who hugs the sideline. He thrives in the slot. He's aggressive in run support, and he's shown time and time again that he's not afraid to blitz the quarterback or come down and lay a hit. He's fast, instinctive, and plays with that chip on his shoulder that every great Cowboy seems to have. Let's not forget, this is a player who had to fight tooth and nail for every opportunity in the NFL. He went undrafted out of East Carolina. Let me repeat that: undrafted. No one gave him a shot. No one expected him to crack a starting lineup, let alone become one of the most promising young corners in the league, and yet here we are. In just a short time, McMillian worked his way up from the practice squad to a reliable starter in Denver, posting 81 tackles, 2 interceptions, 10 passes defended, and even scoring a defensive touchdown during the 2024 campaign. Those aren't just good stats for a nickel corner. Those are elite numbers, especially considering the responsibilities of a slot defender in today's pass-heavy NFL. He's fast, disruptive, and his football IQ is off the charts. Now imagine him in a Cowboys uniform, playing behind a front seven that's only getting stronger, supported by a coaching staff that understands how to use hybrid defenders to maximum effect. Picture him lining up alongside players like Kaiir Elam, Jordan Lewis, and Malik Hooker, all while being coached by one of the more aggressive defensive coordinators in the league. The possibilities are endless. And let's talk about timing here, because it's no coincidence this move is happening right before the full swing of training camp. The Cowboys are getting this guy in early enough to integrate him into the system, build chemistry with the rest of the defense, and really carve out a role that takes advantage of his strengths. This isn't a last-minute desperation move. It's a well-timed, high-upside acquisition that positions the Cowboys to hit the ground running. And don't get it twisted, this trade didn't come out of nowhere. There's been buzz around Dallas needing to make a splash on defense, particularly after the struggles they faced covering the middle of the field and generating turnovers. Their zone coverage got picked apart at times last year, and despite having a strong pass rush, they lacked someone who could consistently disrupt passing lanes underneath and rally to the ball. Enter McMillian, who thrives exactly in those areas. He's a hawk around the ball. He's always in position. He reads quarterback eyes like a seasoned vet, and he's aggressive when he needs to be. The Cowboys didn't just get a body, they got a playmaker, a guy who changes games. Now, let's take a moment to think about what this means for the rest of the NFC East. The Eagles might still be the top dogs on paper, but this trade narrows the gap significantly. The Giants and Commanders are both retooling and trying to find stability, but the Cowboys? They just made a statement that they're not waiting around for a rebuild. They're coming to compete now. And this move doesn't just upgrade the team talent-wise, it changes the entire defensive identity. It brings swagger. It brings attitude. It tells the locker room that the front office believes in this roster and is willing to go get guys who can help them win immediately. And for Ja'Quan himself, this is a dream scenario. He's coming to one of the most storied franchises in all of football. He's going to be playing under the bright lights every Sunday, in front of one of the most passionate fan bases in the league. That star on the helmet means something, and you can bet he's going to be motivated to prove that he belongs here. And for those of you still wondering about the trade compensation, yes, the details are still coming in, but from everything I'm hearing so far, the Cowboys didn't give up any of their top draft capital or premium players. That makes this deal even sweeter. They managed to snag one of the league's rising young defenders without mortgaging the future. It's a masterstroke by the front office, especially in a year where defensive talent is at a premium and other teams are hesitant to let go of emerging players. I'm telling you right now, this might end up being the steal of the offseason. And think about the message this sends to the rest of the league. The Cowboys aren't just sitting back. They're making power moves. They're building a roster with real depth, real firepower, and the kind of defensive backbone that's necessary to win games in December and January. This is a front office that learned from last year's failures and is clearly working to avoid a repeat. McMillian isn't just going to help them match up better against guys like A.J. Brown, Terry McLaurin, and Darius Slayton. He's going to help them win those matchups. He's going to change games with a timely interception or a big hit on third down. He's the kind of guy you want in your locker room, on your sideline, and on your field when the stakes are highest. And here's the thing, he's only getting better. He's still developing. He's still refining his technique. And now he's going to be doing that under the guidance of a defensive staff that knows how to maximize secondary talent. So Cowboys Nation, let me say this as clearly as possible, this is your moment to be excited. This is the kind of move that shows belief in the present, not just hope for the future. This is the kind of player that wins you playoff games. And if he keeps developing at this pace, we might just be looking at one of the next great Cowboys defenders to wear the star. So get ready, because the Ja'Quan McMillian era in Dallas has officially begun, and it's going to be electric. If you're pumped about this move like I am, hit that like button, smash subscribe, drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's talk about how far this Cowboys team can go with McMillian locking things down. I'll be covering every snap, every highlight, and every step of this journey, so stay tuned, Cowboys fans, this is just the beginning. Let's go.